Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Arts Council of Surrey Community Gallery, hosted here at the Newton Cultural Centre. My name is Wendy Mould and I'm the producer of ACS Gallery Talks. I'm really excited to introduce to you our featured show here in the gallery for July. The show is produced by YACOS, Youth Arts Council of Surrey. The show will be here until July 30th, but can also be seen online at the artscouncilofsurrey.ca. The exhibition celebrates the creativity and talent of young artists and the important contribution they make to our community. This show provides young people a space to share their voices and showcase their work. I can see it really celebrates the unique strengths of young artists, including unique perspectives, imagination, and willingness to explore new ideas. Today, I will be talking to Desmond Tompkins. He's the YACOS coordinator. Kay Bear, she is the co-curator of the show with Desmond, and one of the members, Guyan Gawanda. I'm looking forward to learn more about the things that inspire youth in arts today and what's happening in that area. Let's go meet the artists. Good morning, Desmond. It's really nice to chat with you today, and thank you very much for your time as well.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So this is kind of exciting. This show really represents a lot for you. You as an artist, and you have a couple of pieces in the show. You also were the co-curator with Kay, which is kind of keeps you busy as well. And you're the coordinator of YACOS, bringing this all together and getting it set up. So let's hear a little bit. Can we start with you as the artist first and tell us about your piece, Forbidden Fruit?
So my name is Desmond Tompkins and I am a multimedia visual artist. I love to work with collage and mixed media specifically, and I love to draw from images that already exist in the world in archives, out in public, in magazines, and reimagine them in new ways and bring these perspectives on identity, memory, history, kind of reimagine these motifs and these images that we have out there in the world. And this is a piece that does that. So this piece is titled Forbidden Fruit, and it uses the imagery of a fruit, which in this case has a double meaning. On one end, the fruit from the Bible represents this forbidden thing that brings the fall of humanity, and is often used to refer to things that are shameful or tempting. And on the other end, fruit is also a derogatory term that's been used for the queer community throughout time. And in this piece, I kind of brought them together and I arranged these pieces of rotting fruit into the shape of a cross to draw attention to this idea of, this queer identity as being something that you're taught as forbidden, growing up in the Christian West, something that you should be ashamed of. But in this case, the fruit in the cross is rotting, it's falling apart, suggesting that to the shame and these myths that you've been told about your life and your identity are not fixed, they are not things that are really true, and that shame and that build up within you can kind of fall apart and rot away as well, and hopefully bring a better future.
Wow, that is amazing. And when I look at this and listen to your wow, you really nailed it. It's very interesting. Let's go see your other piece. Whoa, the rot consumes. Tell me about this picture. What's happening here?
So this piece, we're kind of continuing the theme of rot and time passing and things falling away. And here we've got a cloth cleaner paired with some images of rotting different pieces of meat, fruit, bread. And it's kind of a meditation on the passage of time, especially in the context of being a young person in this world and feeling like you have to measure yourself against other people and having to make these achievements and progress at a certain pace. And it is kind of pointing to, well, time passes, the rot consumes anyway. Let yourself just exist as a person and let those fears and anxieties fall away.
Oh, wow, that is so neat. I like that thought. Yes, totally agree. Okay, so now let's hear about you. Now you have all these hats, so tell us a little bit about some of what you're doing with your career.
So I am the coordinator of the Youth Arts Council of Surrey. I started off as a volunteer with the Youth Arts Council when I was a teenager, and when I came into my 20s, they needed a new person to facilitate the program after COVID and after there had been a lot of difficulties maintaining things, and I was able to step in and try to reimagine it and connect with youth in the city, and I've been really fortunate to have a lot of success in that. YACOS has grown immensely since I started working with it, and we've got some really, really wonderful people that are taking on leadership roles in the organization. We provide free and accessible arts programming to young people all throughout Surrey. We focus on visual, literary, and performing arts, doing things like performances, art exhibits, workshops, writing contests, and one of the people that helped co-curate this exhibit, Kay Bear, is our visual arts ambassador. She came through and has been supporting YACOS for the past few months, and she was really instrumental in making this exhibit possible, which was really lovely. Some of her work is on display here, and it's just been wonderful to be able to connect with young people and be able to bring in some new perspectives and some new leaders.
Yes, I must admit, as I'm very involved with the Arts Council, and I'm always excited to see what's happening with your group, and I was pleased to see that now we've got this settled, and have a show in July each year, and yeah, it's neat to see the growth, and yeah. And then now your other life, you're going to school during all this work and becoming a teacher, is that?
Yes, so while I'm working with youth, that's my passion, and I'm hoping to become a teacher. I'm working towards a degree in education, and I'm hoping to move forward and teach in schools in Surrey and Metro Vancouver, and I specifically really want to work with alternative schools, alternative education programs, and uplifting and supporting vulnerable youth that have more needs for accessibility, and trying to make the education system a bit more holistic and supportive of all students.
Neat, very interesting. Well, I wish you all the best on your career, and I'd like to thank you again for your time, and I'm sure I'll be seeing you again in some of these art things.
Great, thank you so much.
Good morning, Kay.
Hello.
It's really nice to chat with you today.
Nice to chat with you.
Now, you're the curator for the show for YACOS, as well as one of the artists. So it's really nice to chat and to learn about your stuff. So what are you up to?
Well, I've recently come into starting doing some curating work, such as the show that we're standing in right now, as well as my other sort of art stuff. I like to paint, collage, all that sort of everything else. And I love doing photography, like this piece behind me. I made this for the Youth Arts Council of Surrey. I was out taking photos. I love doing photography. I'm a street photographer. I took this with film, and I accidentally double exposed it without realizing what I was doing, but it really turned into something great. A lot of my pieces, my process, I kind of just start working, and then I kind of go from there, which I feel this is a very good representation of my process as it kind of just happened. So.
Well, it is very interesting, and film, not just like digital. You're talking the old-fashioned film thing.
Yes, I love film. There's just something about it that digital doesn't quite compare to. It's very, how do I word this? It's very, it's much more immersive than digital photography. Because there's so much work that actually goes into it versus just rapid firing on a digital camera. I mean, I shoot digital as well, but film is just something else. It has a special place in my heart. So
I can totally see that. I work in, I do a lot of pencil drawings, and I love black and white photography. You know, just, it's really, you're right, it's just got that something, that life to it, right?
Exactly.
So what were some of the sneaky little things you did in this process to get this picture?
All right, so in this one, there's a lot happening here. The underlay of it is actually Vedder River in Chilliwack. I was out there just taking photos, having a little bit of fun. There might even be some of the Fraser River from Fort Langley in here. I'm not really sure, like I said, I accidentally double exposed it. So there's a lot happening here. But the flowers are from the Agassiz Harrison Tulip Festival. I brought my camera there, took a couple photos, and then my camera died. So happy little accident, didn't even realize what exactly was in my frame, but it really worked out, I think. So
yes, it does. It certainly gives you something to pursue for later, doesn't it?
yes, it does.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, well, let's go look at your next piece.
All right.
Now this is an interesting little piece. It's called Flow. That's Latin, did you say? Or?
It is, yes, it's Latin for flower.
Mm-hmm. And so, what was the magic here with your photography? What was going on?
So this once again was also a little happy little accident. It was from the same roll as Fleur. I have actually 4 photos in this. I have the Harrison Tulip Festival up here. Another image down here, you can kind of see the banding of the next film frame.
Mm-hmm.
And with the double exposure, I believe this is also the Vedder River, just a tree at the Vedder River. And then the background here on the sides is actually in White Rock.
Oh my goodness.
So there's a lot happening. I did the background of White Rock digitally. Everything else is fully analog.
Oh wow. So analog versus, what was the other?
Digital.
Digital. Oh, I see. Oh man, of course. Why can't you?
All the options.
Yeah, that's right. Moving forward and keeping the traditional at the same time. Great. Wow, that's kind of neat. Now, so that brings me to my next question: is where are you going with art? Is this going to be your career in the art industry?
I would hope so. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I absolutely love creating art. I love curating. I love everything that sort of comes along with it. And I can't really imagine my life without all of this. And when I originally started university, young adulthood and everything, I wanted to be a lawyer.
Oh wow.
And now I'm doing this, but I wouldn't change it out for anything. So.
Well, that's kind of neat. Actually, lots of people start out in other places. Usually, sometimes they start out as in the art industry, decide they can't make it, and then go to their second choice.
Mm-hmm.
And but myself working in the career in art for 20 years, I can totally see how you can make an income in it. And it's work, but everything is work.
Well, there's a lot of job opportunities, especially for young people, that people just don't realize. Like, people are so quick to say, oh, it's the art world, you don't make a lot of money in that. But the truth is, there's so many job opportunities out there, even though they're not 100% visible. There's so many creative jobs out there that are available.
Right, and I think too, with the way the world is changing, it sounds like you've got your foot in both areas. So.
I do, yes, I'm enjoying it. So.
Okay. Well, I wish you all the best on your journey.
Thank you.
I'm sure that I'll run into you again with some of the shows that you're doing. So you're pretty busy in the valley.
Awesome, I hope so. Okay.
Okay, thanks a lot for talking with
you.
me.
Good
Okay.
morning, Gian. It's nice to see you again.
It's nice to meet you as well. Yes.
Yeah. Gosh, I just interviewed you just a few months ago for your show, and now here you are in another show. Very exciting.
Yeah.
So, the first picture that you wanted us to look at today is your edible climate change one. Can you talk a bit about this picture?
Yeah, so basically I was trying to raise awareness about the issues of climate change and how it is spread around the world, especially about animal habitats too, such as polar bears and parrots. They're all being displaced by it. Lots of animal species are becoming displaced and endangered. Some are even in the extinct category now. And that's why I wanted to raise this issue through my artwork.
Well, that's definitely an issue. I know
Yeah.
the polar bears, I have a great affinity for them, and
Yes, for sure, yeah.
it's very scary what's happening with them. So tell us about the picture itself, what kind of your technique and things that you like to use in your work.
So my first approach was to figure out what I wanted to create. So if I wanted to go with realism, such as depicting what pollution is like on the beaches or deforestation, but then I just wanted to approach it in a different way. Usually I approach my artworks with realism, but this time I wanted to work with surrealism, so that I can create a sense of humor at the same time, just like overshadows the meaning behind the artwork as well. So I used pencils, color pencils and markers to create the textures and the details of the animals, such as the sea turtle, parrot, and also chameleon too. I used the markers mainly for the computer and for the carpet, and also the keyboard as well. And also for the walls, I used HB pencils, and I just decided to just leave the wall blank because I felt like it was just gonna be too jarring for the audience. I wanted the birds sea turtle and chameleon to be more of the focus than the walls. So, and also wanted to create this effect where the people will look at the animals first and look towards the computer. So then there are two subjects to look at.
Oh, a very kind of compelling, contrasting focus points, eh? That
Yeah. Yeah.
just getting that eye jumping back and forth and thinking. Very, very neat strategy for sure.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's have a look at your next picture, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, this is an interesting piece. Hand holding a globe is very interesting. What can you tell us about this? What's the message here?
Well, basically, I wanted to showcase about the unity of the world, and everyone is connected despite our differences. And with pressing issues such as climate change is one of the biggest issues that we're facing in the 21st century. I want to showcase that every country should be working together in order to solve issues such as sea level rise, such as in Bangladesh, or droughts, severe droughts in Africa. And although we're trying to tackle these issues independently, if we work together with multiple countries, we can tackle issues together. But there's some countries that decide to blame other countries for causing carbon emissions or sea level rise. But we have to understand their other side of the story in order to figure out what they're struggling with and how we can accommodate for them. And once we understand both parties, then we can combine and work together to make our earth more resilient and also more conserved. And that's what I want to talk about through this artwork and just protecting the integrity of the biophysical systems of Earth. Because when we work together, we can solve pressing issues of the 21st century and also make a better future so then our future generation can benefit from our work.
Oh, well, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit too about your process of making this picture?
So I needed to have a reference for creating this art piece. So my brother served as a model for my artwork, and he was holding a globe. It was an atlas globe, and to create the dramatic tone of this artwork, I went through the forms of the hand. So I created like the muscles and the fingers and the nails. And then I use cross-hatching techniques of the form so I can create the roundness of each finger and also the globe itself. And then to intensify the colors, I use 6B and 12B pencil to intensify the hues. And also I had to create the precise shadow that's casted from the hand and to showcase shadow and lighting in that sense. And also I played a bit with the lighting, such as like casting dramatic lighting on the fingertips, while there's really intense black hues on the shadows, the parts where the globe is casting the shadows out. So yeah.
Yes, you did an awesome job with working with that. I'm very familiar with working with pencil, and I really was admiring your technique. Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, I remember your brother was a model with your last show, so you definitely keep him busy.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you very much. I really enjoyed chatting with you today and learning about your art, and I look forward to seeing your next pieces.
Yeah, thank you for having me here. Yeah.
Thank you, Desmond, Kay, and Guyan, for sharing your passion with me today. I really enjoy learning about other artists and the things that excite their passion. The YACOS 2026 show, which is Youth Arts Council of Surrey, can be seen here at the Newton Cultural Centre until July 30th, 2026, or online at any time at artscouncilofsurrey.ca.